Hello, it's Mike at TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your 2023 Jayfeather 26RL travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things taken into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, you need plenty of room for your big old awning. On your off campsite, besides your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So leave room for that. Then your power cord is going to be all the way back here on the rear corner. And your water connection for the campsites is just to the left of that. So park accordingly so you utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. The unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply lower or raise the unit until you're level. Now should you lose power, under this rubber stopper right here, this silver hand crank, we'll get down on there onto a nut that's in there, and that'll get that up and down if you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose going down the road. Got our unit level. Next thing you're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit got these stabilizing jacks with 3/4 inch hand crank. Now the way you want to open these up, lift up on this ring here. That's going to loosen this and drop this all the way to the ground for you. Once you're down there, go ahead and take your crank and crank it down a little bit so it's nice and taut. Now I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads will protect your feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, keep them from sinking into hot blacktop in the summer. Get a 4-pack of those, put all 4 of them down, run these down just until they're taut. Once you have some resistance on your hand crank, go ahead and stop. Got all 4 of them down, we're level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. So back here on the rear, plug in a big 50 amp cord. At the end of that 50 amp, should you need, there will be a 50 to 30 dog bone, as well as a 30 to 15 that you can plug into that as well to reduce the power. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. At campsites, we're going to hook up 2 city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in your unit because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn on your hose yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over here on the campsite. Got the on-demand trauma system. All we're going to do, this door will lift right off here. We're just going to make sure that we are set to on here. This is set to on here, and then you will turn that on indoors. I'll show you that, but let's go ahead and turn that hose on now. Now after that hose has been on for a few minutes, we're going to go inside, open up our slides so that we can get to all of our water lines. Go in the bathroom, open up the sinks and showers, get all the air out of the lines. Same thing in the kitchen, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water, shut that off, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping. Well, in that case, we're going to fill up our potable water. Over here on your campsite, just above your tire by the entry doorway is your freshwater tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You simply gravity fill that with a hose. Once that's full, you can keep an eye on it to tell when it's full on the inside where you check your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. So keep an eye on that. Once it's full, put your cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked to city water. That is already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here on the campsite. Got a couple of outdoor speakers. We've got a vent for our hood range, an area that we can snap a TV on here with cable and 110 for that. Again, our fresh water. Our hot water heater. Flue for our furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure that's never blocked, and 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. This is the J port for your griddle. It's a metal bar that'll slide right into that hole there. Set your griddle up here. There's your quick connect hose. and your quick connect LP is just down below that. On your awning, a couple things on these. You do have a tilt adjust. You can loosen this and tilt it to run maybe some rainwater off from it, but generally you don't want to have this out in the rain. It's mainly a shade awning, so rain or wind, you want to bring these in, use them for your shade. Separate entryway for your bedroom. Keep that door locked, of course. Big pass-through storage. In here we've got some lighting and a docking light, which is this light up front here. Turn that on, let you see the pretty blue lights. Again, our stabilizing jacks. Battery, propane. Your propane is on a regulator. Lefty loosey to open, just point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Again, our power tongue jack. Here's where you're prepped for solar power. You can plug in a solar panel right here and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Speaking of batteries, here's your battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. Our black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks and leaving the campsite. This will clean that out for you. There's where our black and gray tanks are. Underneath here is our low point drain. There's our freshwater drain. Access to the back of your fridge. City water connection. You got outdoor shower here as well. Cable hookup. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof, and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You're prepped for a backup camera, device you can purchase from our store. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Another piece goes on here, that'll give you a backup camera for the unit. Spare tire with a cover. Highly recommend keeping that cover on there, that'll keep that from dry rotting on you. Low point drain. Our main low point drains will be right up underneath there. And that about covers everything out here. So take a look on the inside. Coming up beside the unit, first thing I would point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of emergency. Continuing up my right side, got a control panel here, some lighting here, hot water heater control up here. So let's go down here. Right now I got the AC on. On our control panel, we're going to go to different settings here from the top. Let's start with our motors. You got your awning and your slide, extend or retract. On your own awning, you only want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees. If you hold that button down on extend, that will continue to extend itself out and start to run itself up backwards onto itself. So keep an eye on it when you run that out. Your awning light is number 2 here. That's all of your exterior lighting. And as the awning rolls the rest of the way back in, I'm going to show you that slam locks work best when gently slammed. Alright, continuing on our control here. Hit select to go down. Go to our next one, our room. We got cool. I'm going to shut that off. Hit the AC shut off real quick. So we go to AC main. You can turn on the fan, you can turn on the furnace, you can turn on the cool or the cool. Shut that off, go back through the next one. Pair your device. J Command BM Pro. Very cool app. You can run your slide as well as your awning in and out, turn on your lights, everything from your phone. So pair that device. Also your fresh black and gray tanks, that's where you see the level of those. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using your fresh water. Water heater if using electric, water heater if using gas. It does make a difference, choose correctly. You can go down to gas and then just hit on. Shut that back off. Water pump, same thing. And we're back to the beginning. Coming up above that is awning light or living room lights. Above that, hot water heater. Over here is where you turn it on, and here's where you change your temperature. Coming in the living room, got our TV here. Find your remotes. Alright, located your remote. So turn this on, get the fire insignia fire TV. As I turn this on, go back here and show you where your cable plugs in. There's a little button that'll turn on and off that green light. Make sure that green light is on. That's a digital channel scan. Your digital channel enhancer antenna. That'll help your antenna to work better and you can pick up more local channels. Start that up. There it goes. There we are. So again, go through your antenna, run a local scan, that'll help you pick up the local channels. 110 here. Sound system down here, we'll turn that on. Bluetooth, AM, FM. See, we'll pick up any stations in this model building.
And
so indoors or outdoors or neither.
Away from that, we're not going to be.
Sound system, Bluetooth, AM, FM, auxiliary, nice sound system. Coming into our kitchen, got a self-explanatory microwave, fan, and light above your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light, turn this to light, hit your spark. Now you may need to bleed these out. Alright, so bleed the lines out a little bit, turn your gas on, just hit your spark here. That'll light all them up. Same thing on your oven. So turn this to light. Put a flame there. Hit your spark there. That will light your pilot light and then turn that to the desired temperature. Rock that light down for an oven light. Got a power port here. 110s and USBs. Individual lighting here. Sink plumbing to maintain. Here's your access panel. Keep an eye on everything under there. The fridge, controls for that are just inside, right there. The individual lighting above our dinette. Oops, turns on there. Your table will fold down by removing these legs. Put your table on top of these rubber stoppers here. Put your flat cushions on top, gives you another sleeping quarters. 110 charging ports here. I call parachute pull recliners. Looks like a parachute pull. Pull on that, your recliner goes out. Use your feet to push it back down. These are also removable. Just set in your cup holder. Let's head on back this way. Show you to the left of your kitchen here. This will set up. There's a spot to turn on your water pump. Down here is your breaker box and fuses. In the hallway is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Reason I mention that's 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use your battery disconnect if you're going to be gone for the day to keep this running your battery down. Getting into our bathroom. Light, 110 with GFCI reset. You've got a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. On the back of the hallway, Go Power Solar Controller. Whole purpose of this is to keep your solar panels from overcharging your battery. 13.5, 13.7, 13.8. Those are all fine on your 12-volt battery. Lighting for your bedroom in here. Accent lighting for your closets. 110. And USB ports. Storage under here. There's a little stash spot underneath here as well. You can put things underneath there. Another hand crank open power exhaust vent back here. This door, you have to make sure that it is snapped open for travel. Otherwise it'll be bouncing around. This is a temperature reader. It helps read the temperature in the unit. Helps the thermostat to work better. We should have a smoke alarm. There it is. Smoke alarm in the hallway. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by coming over here and shutting off my lights. Now I can look around the unit and see all the individual lights that can't be shut off from the control panel that I need to walk through the unit and shut off. Also, make sure that your vents are closed. Both vents, the one in the bathroom and the bedroom. These are individual lights here, just one touch. Got all of our lights off. Come back to our control panel. Turn the living room lights on and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. Come down here to our J command, go to motors, pick slide, hit retract. In it comes. Of course, make sure your recliner is up. Batten down all the hatches in the unit. Close all vents. And as this gets all the way in, you will hear that noise tells you it's all the way in. Shut off our living room lights and exit the unit. Now these steps, a couple things on them. One, you want to make sure your door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Feet are adjustable with these pins here. Set it up in here. Before you leave the campsite or the dump station, lock and deadbolt your door, lift and turn this handle.